Hello, beautiful people. My name is Cece. Today I'm going to film an introduction video because I realize that a lot of you don't really know me. And even if you do know me in real life, you probably don't know what I've been up to or where I'm at or any of that stuff. I'm always changing my location and my job. I sort of feel like, what's the point of telling everyone where I'm at, because it's gonna change really soon anyways. This video is just an introduction, just giving you an opportunity to get to know me. I am married. You might notice that I am alone at the moment. That is because my wonderful husband, Ben, is an Australian citizen, and I am currently filming this in America. If you are somebody that is also in an international relationship, it's really challenging. Kudos to you for doing it. We are still actively trying to figure out the best way to do it. If you're somebody that's not in an international relationship and you can just like freely date without having to get the government involved, that's nice. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, because it's complicated. It's awesome too. Like, don't get me wrong, there are so many pluses to our lifestyle, but this, being alone, is probably the biggest con. It's okay. I'm an independent person. He's an independent dude, and we are both very busy with our jobs. I am a marine biologist by trade. My degree was not in marine biology. It was in environmental science and policy. But I graduated 10 years ago, and I have been probably for the last 8 years working in marine biology, and it's been a lot of fun. There are also a lot of cons, I'm not gonna lie to you. I always say that, I could go into a whole nother video just about the hardships of trying to make it happen in marine biology. So if that is a video you're interested in, comment down below because I got lots of things to say. It's also really fun. It's really cool too. I have had a lot of incredible experiences. I've gotten to work with crazy deep sea fish, big tuna and swordfish, sea turtles. Unfortunately, they were all perished. A lot of the things I work with are deceased. But I've worked with sharks. They were living. With North Atlantic right whales. I've also worked with manatees. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun working in the marine biology field all over the country. It's been a good time. Which I guess brings me to my next point about myself is I move a lot. Even growing up, my parents met when they were both Marines, and then my dad stayed a Marine. Other than having an incredibly strict upbringing, I also relocated super often. I think the longest I've ever lived in a house in my life is 2.5 years. But then as an adult, I think the longest I've stayed anywhere, 8 months, maybe when I was in college. 11 years ago, I lived there for 8 months. I went to 5 colleges before I graduated, and I also graduated a semester early. I like to be busy and I like to move a lot. I was in Australia for 6 months last year, but usually I'm only anywhere for about 90 days, either on a boat or whatever. Predominantly my jobs, right now currently I work in planes, so I get to be in a house filming this, which is beautiful, but usually I work at sea for a couple of months, and then I take a couple of months off. And in my early years, my husband and I, what we would do is we would both just go work in our respective countries. He worked in Canada when we first met. Now he's back to Australia. We would work, and then we would take months off and we would go and travel the world. So when we're not working in our free time, my husband and I, we really like each other. We're besties, but we don't really like other people. Like, we're kind of really introverted people. People often don't realize that because I think we're more like extroverted introverts. If I met somebody, I definitely have the gift of gab. I could just talk. But I then need like 3 to 5 business days to recover from that experience. Ben is the only exception. I can hang out with him every single day, every moment, and miss him when he goes to the bathroom. But anybody else, I also need 7 to 10 business days to mentally and emotionally prepare for hanging out with other people. I am not spontaneous in that sense. If somebody were to knock on the door right now and be like, hey, let's hang out, I'd be like, oh no, I need to go to my bed and be alone. We're kind of introverted, but we do like to go out and experience the world. together. When we're not working, usually we have gone and traveled to beautiful locations to go free diving, because that's our super hobby, is being in the water. And he likes to surf too, which means I've become a little surf photographer on the beach because surfing is scary to me. It's super fun, but I'm not coordinated at all. I'm so scared of running into other people. If anybody has tips on how to not plow into other people, that would be amazing. What else? We also really like camping, like backcountry stuff. I've kind of dragged my husband into that one, so we've been backpacking in Nepal and California and done backcountry stuff in Alaska. I've been to Patagonia. That's kind of like how we spend our free time. You might notice those activities involve being away from other people. So yeah, that's us in a nutshell. What else? I also don't normally look like this. I don't normally wear this much makeup or have my hair done. Don't believe what you see on the internet. This is just because I'm starting an Etsy shop. I already have one Etsy shop where I sell my art prints on t-shirts or stickers. I did that because I also started therapy recently, and my therapist said that art is a beautiful way to keep your hands and mind busy while not keeping yourself too busy, if that makes sense. So yeah, I highly recommend that. I guess that's why adult coloring books are a thing. Yeah, I did all this because I'm starting a second Etsy shop where I sell mock-ups. If you don't know what a mock-up is, that's okay. I will link them both below in case you're curious about them. What else can I say in an introduction? I Googled what to say when you're introducing yourself. Let's see. My name is Cece. I come from America. I've also lived in Japan and Australia. I am in my 30s, barely. Jobs, too many to talk about. Sports, I did swimming growing up, love swimming. Another thing I highly recommend, it's a beautiful form of meditation. You just are undistracted by anything else. For me, I'm mostly just like counting to 5 over and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe. 1. So it's like a great way to kind of just focus on surviving and not getting distracted by everything else that's going on in the world. As far as other sports, I was a cheerleader. I was so bad at it. Dancing, so bad at it. It's fun. Just so bad at it. I don't even know what else to say about myself. I hate crowds. You probably guessed that. But I did briefly, as a teenager, work at one of the most crowded places in the world. I worked at Disney World. So there was that. What else? Oh, what would my dream job be? My dream job would probably be to live in a cabin on a mountainside with tons of trees near the ocean where you can like see tons of kelp and sea otters happily swimming around, and I would just be in that cabin with Ben, and he doesn't know this yet, but this is what's happening. And it would obviously be safe. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. This is like an old movie we had on VHS. The Littlest Princess, or The Little Princess or something. Anyway, in the movie, this little girl, she draws a circle around herself, and that's her circle of safety. I might be botching this. And that nobody can like she's safe when she's in her circle. I would draw a circle of safety around my cabin. No one would be allowed in unless I invite them. We would totally have a garden because my husband can grow things I can't. We would just eat beautiful, healthy, nutritious food, and I would just make art. It would be the best. And that is my dream job. It could totally happen. Who knows? As far as like what's next for me and my husband, I don't even know. I can't even tell you because I don't even know. I guess you'll have to keep watching to figure out, because I'll let you know when I do, but I don't know. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for watching this. Yeah. Thank you. Let me try that again. Thank you for watching this. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. To be honest, when you do that, it totally actually helps me because I want to become monetized, and that would just kind of make my whole life a lot easier. So if you want to help make my life easier, please do that if you feel inclined to. I would appreciate you. If you have any questions, totally reach out below. I'm a pretty open book. Like I said, I need 3 to 5 business days to respond, but this is me. And yeah, I hope that you guys have a great day. All right, that's it. Bye!